poppin'? It's your favorite Latina, Katiria from ExpozedTV, and I'm here in Pink World, dropping a lot of gems, and you know I'm always coming with the free game. So tap in, let's get it.
ExpozedTV today, you're dumb, bro. You don't book them, bro, you're wrong, bro.
I'm excited. Well, welcome to the show. Today we have our special guest, Katiria.
Hello.
Yes, thank you for coming today. This is episode 38.
38.
Yes.
We're about to see what that means.
I know, it's about to mean something special.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
I'm so happy to be here. Like, I was telling you guys, like, I love your platform. I love how positive you are, and I can't wait to get into that because I believe that a lot of the success personally in my life has come from being positive and, like, really having a positive platform. So this is great what you guys do.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. And same to you with what
Literally.
you do.
No
and
bullshit.
what is it that you do?
Yes. So, oh my God, there's like a lot now. It's
I
supposed to
feel
be
you.
like a whole script.
Mm-hmm.
But I am the co-founder and creator of the Grind Jam Session and ExpozedTV, which is the umbrella of the Grind Jam Session and all these cool platforms. But it's a multimedia platform that exposes artists in a positive way. And I created it now 7 years ago.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Yep,
okay.
7 years ago. And from there, like, I met my partner, Matt, and he's a co-founder as well and created all the visuals. But when I created ExposedTV, I was, like, in a really, like, dark place. I was very, very depressed. I had taken care of my mom for the last 7 years. She had breast cancer and brain cancer. And it was like a lot. And so when she passed, I caught myself, you know, like in my living room crying, didn't know what to do. I was working at Beth Israel. I was like, Lord, this is not what I want. But I started working there because I was like, I want to help people.
Yeah.
You know, I think that when you go through any traumatic experience that has to do with like any, like something like cancer or diseases or anything, like, and you're helping that person, you're the caregiver, you like want to continue that because you see how much they go through. So like I was working at Beth Israel and I was like, what the fuck? I don't want to be here. And I started thinking about like, what's something that I really like? And before my mom passed, I was doing a lot of stuff with Univision and Telemundo. And then I'm like, you know what, let me tap back into that. And I had a conversation with my neighbor, which we have this joke, but me and my friends thought he was a serial killer. 'Cause no, seriously, like he looked crazy, but he was like really nice, really sweet. And he actually is the one that told me like, I need to go to CCTV and like have a talk show. And so I was like, what do I like to do? I was like, oh, let me, like, I consider myself like a walking billboard. Let me, you know, create a platform that it's about exposing artists in a positive way and giving them that light. And then from there, like everything was created, like Exposed Models, Exposed Magazine, the Grind Jam Session, which is like a music business conference. It's our 5th one just happened last week. And just all these amazing things that just uplift people.
That's so dope.
And I'm dedicated to that. Like, there's so much negative shit in this industry. I really don't let it get to me. I'm dedicated to like the mission, and that's like making sure we have a platform that people could come on, create, expand, and you know, just grow. Oh, and I forgot. At ExposedTV Studios, we have a film production studio.
Oh, bet.
Yes.
Word.
So that was like an accomplishment because I've always told myself, like, we need to have a headquarters. And so 2 years ago, we opened it during the pandemic. We had like literally $40,000 in our account. And it's the pandemic. So we don't know what's going to happen, right? Nobody has a job.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck it. Let's spend all our money.
Period.
And create a
Invest,
platform.
bro.
Yeah. It's those risks. And I feel like a lot of people should take more risk. There's people that do because they see the value. They're confident in what, you know, they want to do in the plan, and so they take it. And then other people like, I don't know if I should. And those are the people that aren't confident, you know, and really don't believe all the way.
100%.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit.
That's crazy.
For real, but that's dope.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing the damn thing, bruh.
For real.
So, like, how did you... So, I wanted to kind of ask, like, how did you get, like, the confidence to just be like, this is something, like, I want to do. Like, let me, like, go out and, like, grind for this. Obviously, like, your mom and, like, that situation might have pushed you.
Yes.
But, like, how did you, like, spin that on its head and, like, turn it into, like, just me? Because it's just you, pretty much. You're the founder. So, like, talk about that.
You know what? Like, I'll go back to my mom. Like, when my mom passed, like, I felt like I had nothing else to lose. You know, I felt like I already lost the most important thing in my life. So I know that pushed me a lot. And then also, like, I get, like, a high being, like, active and, like, doing stuff and being on TV and being on the mic. Like, it's crazy. Like, I get crazy. Like, it literally gives me a push to keep going, and I see how much it impacts others. And so that's really what gives me, like, the push to keep going, keep striving. And also, like, the difficult moments. I think that really created my character. You know, I'm super passionate. I speak my mind, and I'm not afraid of anything. And so when I was dealing with my mom, I was, like, really passionate with what was going on. I really wanted to help her. I spoke my mind to all these doctors. I was, like, 24 years old, so I didn't really know, like, even what to ask, but I was just like, we're going to do this. Like, you know, what is this? What is that? So, like, with my platform, I'm passionate. Like, I'm pushing for these artists. I'm pushing for these creators. I'm making connections. I'm building my network so I can share them. And that's literally what I did at the Grind Jam session. Between me and Matt, my partner, like, we've built so many connections. Even me being on the radio on Jammer 94.5, like, I built all these connections. I pushed because, like, I really, you know, want to share my decks, my card of decks, or whatever you say that. I stole that from Steve Lobel. But I really, you know, I think that's what pushes me, like, the fact that I truly believe in this. And also, like, you know, I always think about, like, if my mom was here. So I'm always, even though she's not here, but she's here in spirits, like, that's what pushes me a lot.
And she's proud as fuck.
Yeah,
She's proud
literally.
as fuck. I be having dreams. My
Yeah.
dreams are crazy. Like, I have dreams. I know she's here. But, you know, we also go through, like, all of us go through these hard times where, like, are we doing great? Like, you know, is this going to happen for us? And, like, it's going to happen. What I've noticed is, like, it's already written for us, and we just have to push and just ride the wave.
Yeah. Good point. Of everything you do, what do you think, like, is your favorite part of being a creative and, like, creating these spaces for people?
I like asking questions.
Yeah.
I like right? Like, I like to get to know about people. That really excites me because I get to hear their story, and I love to relate to people. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I told you guys, like, I love this platform. It's so positive. I can relate to that because when I created ExposedTV, it says expose, right? It's like, what the fuck are we exposing? Yeah. But it's, like, positive. It's like that. I think that what brings me more happiness because the world is so negative that I get to, like, talk to people and talk about positive things, and that, like, I know it's crazy, but it manifests good things in my life, and, like, that's what gives me, like, the best part is, like, talking to someone about their life in a positive way and people seeing that about them. You know, even if I could have somebody right here, right, and they could have the most craziest story. They have, I don't know, their image is probably bad or whatever, and we could talk about something. I'm only going to ask positive things so people could see that you're truly a good person. Because sometimes, you know, you don't reflect it when you're out, when you have to, like, have a character.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Especially for artists and like things like that where they're, like, kind of forced to be put under a facade sometimes.
Yeah. Because that's, like, the character. That's, like, what you're putting out there. But, like, who knows? Like, Playboy Cardi, he looked crazy to me, but he's probably cool as fuck. But you never know.
Yeah, you literally don't.
Yeah. You gotta watch the interview, see what, like, tap into his mind. But, you know, I think that's what... That's my favorite part. Yeah. And of course, like, I love traveling, I love creating content and all that stuff.
Yeah. And it's funny because ExposedTV, it's like gets your attention because usually the term exposed is like a negative term. But I like that you're like, nah, we're doing good shit over here. We're actually exposing the good things.
Good things.
And that's like dope. Like
And I
good
wanna-
marketing type
Thank
shit.
you.
Different.
Yeah.
Too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you, girls. And the X, my mom was very bold, and her favorite color was red. So
Okay, period.
that, like, I that's actually like her.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Sometimes, like, when I interview and I tap into people, I feel like I channel her. Because my mom was very outgoing. And I've always been outgoing, but, like, I'm a Cancer. So I'm, like, in the show, like, trying to chill out, vibe out.
That's fire. That's fire, though.
That is fire.
But to, like, connect with her,
Yes.
like, through your work, that's fire.
What's your sign?
Can you guess?
You know what? Let's play the guessing game.
Let's play the guessing game. I wish you didn't tell me. Fuck.
I know,
I
right?
definitely would have said like an Aries or something.
Aries?
Yeah.
Damn, I feel like Aries has a resting bitch face.
Oh, okay.
Think of it. Big Sean.
They could.
Big Sean has like a.
That's crazy.
Who else?
He does have a resting.
Yeah, like there's so many Aries. Shit, my brother's in Aries and he has a resting
Really?
bitch face. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so. Okay, I have a few questions before we decide.
Sure.
This. Okay.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Were you an overachiever in high school, or you were just someone that was like, all right, I'm just chilling?
Overachiever.
I was
Overachiever?
I was chilling.
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 All right. When you have a relationship, are you like overly invested, or you're just like, let them chase me type of vibe?
It changed recently. I used to be like, but now I'm just like,
That's how. Same for me.
Just
Like
chilling.
I used to be very overly invested. In
Very,
that.
yeah.
I used to, like
This could be tricky. Okay, when your friend gets in a fight with you, are you the type to like be confrontational, or you just like let it slide?
I usually let it slide.
yeah. Same.
Are you a Pisces?
No, but my moon is.
I'm getting
I'm a
somewhere.
Pisces moon,
I'm getting
yeah.
somewhere. Okay,
Yeah, one of the three. The big three.
are you a Capricorn?
I love them though.
Love them.
I'm usually good at this game. What the fuck is Channel and Katiria? What is going on? Maddie.
Katiria.
Maddie is a. Are you a Taurus?
No, so close though.
Shit. Okay, Lex.
Like in terms of like the.
Yeah. Okay. Leo.
But like no. But
Okay, I'm
kind of close.
Kind of close.
In some way, shape, or form.
Okay, just tell me.
I'm an Aries.
Aries.
I'm a Sag.
You're Sag.
Yeah.
I should have. You know what? I wanted to say Sag, and I fucking did it. I'm a Cancer Sag.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So that's where like the outgoing, like
The
the
Sag is like
outgoing.
like rising type shit.
Yeah,
like
rising.
Sag.
Yup.
Word.
And then Aries are really persistent, and they're stubborn too. Are you stubborn?
I wouldn't say, but I don't know.
I
Am I?
think you're kind of stubborn.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
not like crazy.
I've never been told that, so like
like
I
not
don't
like
know,
crazy
but
stubborn, but like
sometimes.
yeah.
Word.
I'm an Aries rising and a Taurus moon.
Taurus moon.
Yeah, the Taurus moon.
My mom was a Taurus. She was like hard-headed.
Yeah, my sister is a Taurus. And
Yeah, Tauruses are a little much.
a little bit.
sometimes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's crazy, but like I feel like Aquarius is that like we just don't mix. But I have a best friend that's an Aquarius.
Oh yeah.
And I have a couple of people that I like, but there's just like
Overall,
like it could go good or bad. Aquarius is when it
I
comes-
honestly feel that. I
Yeah.
honestly definitely feel
Yeah.
that.
And then Leos are cool, but Leos always want to be right. And I'm just kind of like, shut up.
I know. Yeah, I'm a Leo rising.
You're a Leo.
I don't know
I'm
exactly.
not getting these vibes from you though.
I
You know
know,
where you're
it's
chill.
interesting.
You're pretty chill.
Yeah. Just today
I
though.
was thinking
Just today.
Fucking
Just-
03. Talking about
Oh. How what?
You said they always need to be right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
oh, okay.
They do. And I'm like, all
Because
right.
you're not really.
And
you're
my mom's a Leo too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Does she always want to be right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deep dive.
No bullshit.
Right?
No bullshit. Got my whole family tree on the podcast.
real,
Fuck.
Damn.
Don't read me, bro. Don't read me.
That's crazy. So you feel you're very emotional as a Cancer?
As a
You know what's
Cancer?
crazy? I used to be very emotional and very reactive, and now I think I get more emotional when somebody fucks me over, and I've been a good friend, or I've helped them, or I've helped propel their career in any way. Like, I think that for me, it's like if I put you in my trust circle and you fuck me over, I get emotional because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're a dirty bitch.
I'm taking this
like, I get pissed.
Yeah.
But then it goes away. So I'm learning. I think that's like I'm tapping into my Sag a lot. Like where I'm like, okay, like I'm a fire sign, like fuck that. And then so I go back and forth, but I'm not as emotional. But when I've been good to people and they fuck me over or something goes wrong, like depending on the situation, sometimes I'm like, whatever, fuck it. And sometimes I'm like, damn, like that was nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
so are you like confrontational sometimes?
I used to be very confrontational, and now I'm not, because like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like when you reach certain levels and when you're in certain circles and you're building yourself, like you start thinking like, should you confront a situation or should you not? And I've learned to like, if it's not paying me, if it's not making me great, if it's not helping my family, my friends, like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I'm not going to feed into it. I'm not going to put any energy into it, because I've learned that I need to put energy into things that are, like, benefiting me in my life and making me happy. So
100%.
I used to be confrontational. Like, what the fuck you say? And now I'm just like, you know what? That's a reflection of you.
No bullshit.
You know, you're not confident in what you're doing. You're hating on me. So I have nothing to do with that. That's your problem. And so, yeah, I'm not confrontational anymore.
That's what's up.
How do you think you got to that point? And like, how do you have like specific coping mechanisms you've used? Because obviously in just these 17 minutes, we've learned a lot about you and like you've done a lot and gone through a lot. So like, how do you feel like you cope and like deal with these things and come to these conclusions?
Well, I definitely have a lot of help from my husband. So he's a Pisces.
Okay.
Really? So you guys are both Pisces?
No, Cancer.
You're a Cancer.
Cancer,
My bad.
both water signs. Yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
I
So I would think that like Pisces would be super emotional. Look at us, like comparing people with their signs. But
Right? Like what?
he grounds me. I think that for me in the beginning, like I always had my mom. To be like, Katiria, it's not that serious, or like, just calm down, this or that. And then when she passed, it was like crazy. And then now, you know, he's opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, and he's like, just keep going, like, be focused, like, you got this, like, sort of like a coach. And so he's been like really, really great, and like, you know, calming me down and making me feel like there's a bigger picture. Like, don't go for it. Like, pick your battles. And so I used to pick any battle, and now I'm, you know, I'm also careful about my battles, because like the type of levels that I'm reaching, the type of people that I'm around, you know, they really do look at what I have going on and stuff. And so I feel like if I were to do anything crazy or out of character, that could potentially ruin a lot of stuff. And then that's me channeling negative energy. And so I don't want to do that. So he's kept me in a good headspace. So definitely, like, the people you surround yourself with is very, very important, because I used to surround myself with people like, go at it, Katiria, let's go, we ready? And that wasn't a good decision. So definitely, like, if you're focused and you have a goal and you know that you want to be at a certain place, your circle matters a lot. And so he's been a really big part of me, like, dealing with shit that goes on in the industry and, you know, the politics, which I hate. I even hate the word saying politics, but this, like, politics makes me mad. Because
we were literally just talking about that.
Tell me about it. Like, how do you feel about, like, when people politicking and not being real, but they're just doing what they have to do because
it's ridiculous.
For me, it's just like, everybody does it, right? Like, somebody might come in a room and because you don't want to cause trouble, you're like, hi, but it's okay to, like,
there's a difference.
There's a difference. Yeah.
There's a difference.
And, like, when it comes to politicking, it can be overwhelming.
Not for
Sometimes
real.
I'm like, I'm not going out if there's, like, a bunch of people that I just don't want to see right now.
Yeah. And, like, there's
I don't got the energy.
Exactly. There's a difference between, like, being, like, one way just for like showing your good face off and like trying to be like business wise, like business. Popping out to things that you might not want to pop out to, yada yada yada. But like when it comes to like the fake support and like just to politic and like get your name up there, like you know, things like that, that's different. That's like that's not.
And I feel
cool.
like it's a fake thing. Like politicking is fake. Like
in any aspect of it.
Yeah, any aspect. Like regardless, like if you're working hard and you're putting your all, like you're gonna get to where you want to get. It doesn't matter if this group of people don't like you or this do or this person has the power to not, you know, put you there. Like regardless of whatever is going on in life, if this is what is meant for you, it's gonna happen. So like all the politicking, I think is just fake. It's just like stupid.
100%.
Definitely.
A lot of people don't understand that mindset though. Like it really is a mindset, and that's how people get like even more fucked up because they like think like if you subconsciously like understand that you're not doing it for the right reasons, then you're going to make everything about politics.
Yeah.
Like the way you look, the way you come across, the way everyone comes across to you, like that shit really does not matter. It's just like,
and people are gonna feel that in your energy. Like
something it reminds me of. I was just watching Tyler, the creator's like most recent interview, and he was talking about like numbers on like charts and Billboard, and to me it relates because he's talking about like people are like, oh, this didn't even hit Billboard at this number one, this or that, but that in itself, that's politics. It's like people are caring about like views or plays or like who's seen this, but like that's not how you actually grow like with a mindset and with a business and with like a idea. So
because all of that will come.
Yeah, exactly.
All of it will come. Like everyone has different ideas of success. You know what I mean? Some people do believe in those numbers and they're like, if I don't have 1 million streams, like I'm nothing. And some people will just have like 10,000 listens a month and they're doing bigger things. Like there's platforms and brands coming to them. So it's like it's, I don't know, every like I love social media, but ever since social media came, it's like if you don't have numbers, then you're nobody. It's like, that's not true.
It's not true.
And Tyler, the creator, said that. Tyler, the creator was like, there's a lot of people that put videos out and this or that, and they only have 6 views. Yeah. And they're like, oh, no one's watching me, but someone's watching.
Someone's always watching. And
you know what's crazy? When I went to Rolling Loud last year, shout out to Simba, my boy. He watched an interview that did not have that much views at all. And he was like, oh, I know who ExpozedTV is. I know that interview. I seen it. I'm like, what the? So then it's just like, that's how you know this shit's like, it don't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Think of just know your talent. Just know your talent, know what you want to do. And that's it. Because numbers is just a thing that needs to be counted because business is numbers. You know? That's how people evaluate how much they're going to spend on you, how much they're going to invest, just numbers. But in reality, it's like, just keep working on the talent.
For real. Yeah. You did an interview at Rolling Loud last year? Yes. Miami or what?
No, New York.
New York?
That's I was in New York.
New York.
Yeah,
I love New York.
That's so crazy. Wait.
Yeah, every year.
That's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Wait.
Oh I didn't even look. That's
this is
crazy.
Literally Rolling Loud, New York.
Look at that.
Rolling Loud.
So her sweater, the number 38, guys. At the end of this interview,
That's
we're gonna
connect. We're gonna connect.
I don't even know what year this is from. That's crazy.
That's
probably
nuts.
2021, right?
2021. Yeah. When did you go?
I went last year.
So,
okay.
And it's crazy. When I went, I was literally like 3 months postpartum.
Oh shit!
Out there in the field.
How was that? Like that whole experience. Like, how did you get into like? I'm so curious. Like, Rolling Loud's like our favorite festival.
Yeah.
So like, how was that? Like, how'd you get like to the position to like be there?
Well, first of all, that day was crazy and my feet hurt. It was like the most. I swear to God, I did like 20,000 steps.
I fucking bet.
After that, I was like, "Where's the pizza? I don't care."
For real.
I lost 10 pounds.
No, literally.
Honestly, networking, connections. So that day was crazy because we didn't even know we were going to Rolling Loud. We were first going out there to do a few things. I was working with someone that was like, I have a few artists I want you to meet. Let's do interviews, basketball game, all of that stuff. And then they were just like, oh yeah, and Rolling Loud happened to be there, so like I can get you in. I'm connected to Fabio Foreign, like all this stuff, right? come to find out, this person was delusional. They weren't connected in any way. And we were just like, I was out there with my people. It was like, this is crazy. This is a waste. But that was me just believing in someone and wanting to see the artist that they were working with. So I was like, fuck that. I called my boy Dizzy Cleanface, Shensia's manager, and I'm like, we need to get to Rolling Loud. I'm not going to come out. I'm not here in New York for no reason. I want to do some interviews. I want to be there. And he was like, no problem. Like, the passes are waiting for you. And so that right then and there, I was like, oh my God, this is a good relationship. Like, he wants to see me win. He's always been like, you know, team Exposed. So we ended up just going through there. And then we were there for the whole weekend. And then I saw so many people that I knew, like Sweetness, from Vida, and just a whole bunch of people that I connected through radio. And for me, like, give me access somewhere and I'll work the floor. Like, I don't need to be introduced to this, that. Like, there's a VIP room. That's all I need to know. It's like, am I going to get there? And then I'll work the room and I'll do the rest. So that's really what happened. Like, I got the passes. I think Dizzy was there just for a day for Shensia's performance. And then I had access the whole weekend. So I was like, what's up? Oh, what are you doing? Hey, I seen you in this show, like, just like conversating with people like if I knew them for years. But that's just like how I am. Because sometimes I feel like I could meet somebody and their energy could be so good that I could connect extremely well. Yeah. That I already feel like I know you for like a couple of months. Yeah. And so that's how it really went. And that's why I tell people, like, network. You don't have to move in order to network. You could travel. You can like go through social media. And that's really what I've been doing. Like, a lot of people thought I was living in New York for a really long time because of all of the connections that and all the interviews that were going on. I'm like, no, I'm in my hometown. I'm traveling here to here. So definitely network and genuine network. You know what I mean? When you connect with someone, you don't want to immediately ask them like, hey, can I have this big opportunity? Yeah. Like, they don't know you. You know what I mean? They can give you the opportunity and it could fuck them over. So, building genuine relationships, like with Dizzy, I brought him here to the Grind Jam session twice. And showed him a great time, showed him the talent that we have out here. So he believed in what we were doing. We're ExpozedTV in the Grind Jam session. And then from there he was like, okay, like, they're good people. They always pay. Like, I fuck with them. So that's really how we started building the relationship. So yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
We're going to build a relationship. We're going to be there in Miami.
Hell
Go to everyone.
Yeah. All the Miami ones.
Yeah, all the Miami ones.
Because Miami's lit.
Since, like, after, like, COVID and, like, we got out of high school and shit, we were like, like, this is going to be a thing every year. Like, our summer vacation, like, we're spending a week out there.
2021 is dope. When we all ended up going together for the first time.
That's dope. It was dope. And going a lot and connecting with the people that like work there is like even the doorman, like, what's
for
up?
Real.
I got general tickets, but you got me.
No, literally,
for real. I fuck with that.
Yes, I love Rolling Loud. I go to Rolling Loud the most, but I know there's like Coachella and all these other
I went to
ones.
Coachella this year.
How was that?
I went for one day because I really just wanted to see Frank Ocean, but I didn't see him because he put out. It was really cool. It was a really interesting vibe from other festivals I've been to. Like, it was chill. Like, it was just huge. It was really cool. Different vibe, and like most of the people there were definitely from California, so like you could kind of tell that. But it was definitely cool. It was hot as fuck though, but when it got nighttime, it was
fresh.
It was cool.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a cool one. I like the more chill vibe, but like Rolling Loud always has all the artists that I like. All the artists,
and I love how they have these like activations. Like the last year when I went, they had the Status Selecta activation with Terminology, which they're from Massachusetts, so that was really cool to see. They just had a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like it's I never been to Coachella, but I always like look on Fashion Nova and they have like a Coachella
Bro, they have a
section.
whole
Bro, that's
section.
crazy.
And I'm like, is this
Yeah.
how Coachella is? Like,
No, that's how it be looking, bro. It literally be looking like that. It was crazy.
like mad hippie and like free.
That's wild.
But
I
it
love
was
that, but I'm
cool.
like,
Yeah.
okay, this is how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather pull up to Rolling Loud like dripped out.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Exactly.
But it's definitely cool. Like they have mad art. I really like that about Coachella.
Yes.
They have a lot of art, a lot of spaces to
Yeah.
chill. It's not gonna be as crowded as something like Rolling Loud when you like can't move. Like you're trying to get all the crowd, you can't fucking move to the next stage like often because it's
Especially
not set
in
up.
Miami. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
and you're sticking to people because
Yeah.
not only is it 95 degrees, but like
Oh my God.
like there's 200,000 people here. Like, what are we actually doing?
Literally.
That's like kind of scary in a way. And they like
It is.
throw like those
Definitely
little,
scary.
those like Capri Sun looking waters.
Bro, I
don't,
fucking hate that shit so much.
I don't trust it, and it smells. It tastes like metal.
It's so gross, bro. It's so gross. And the metal bottles they have, like the specific metal water
Yeah.
bottles, fucking nasty.
And they
it's
cost
all-
like $8, bro.
It's crazy.
It's probably
Last-
12 this year. No,
no bullshit. Inflation,
Last year they
bro.
had something called Death Water.
Yep.
liquid death.
Yeah, the
Liquid
Yeah.
Death. I was like,
shit is
this.
room
And
temperature
it's like,
ass.
And it's like,
Yeah.
bro, you don't even give me a cap with this shit. Like,
Exactly.
I
Now
can't even
what
save
happens?
this shit for later and go in the pit. Like,
right.
oh my
It's
God.
like it's a beer.
That's
can.
why you buy a
Hydro.
hydro pack. Yeah, you
that's
put it on your
I
back.
didn't even do that.
You
I
should
don't
do
even
it.
know how much water I consumed that day. I know that I was just like, let me get to this person, that person, let me do this, that, and then let me go out to eat and just chill.
At least in New York, it's not like as hot.
Fucking
Yeah.
1,000
'Cause in New York,
It was
yeah.
raining
But it's
the
weird
last
because
day.
you're on pavement.
Pavement,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
It's hard on the feet. Like
Yeah.
I was, and there's no
Most
seating,
definitely.
and it's just like it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
I
Are
bet.
you gonna go to Miami this year?
That's in July, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's actually like almost exactly a month away.
A month away.
We leave in a month.
Probably. Yeah. Let me be
Yeah.
spontaneous. Probably, yeah. Because
Bullshit.
this summer we're doing a youth program for the youth from 13th to 17th. We're gonna show them about videography, editing, podcasting,
That's dope.
like all of
Shit.
this dope shit. So we're gonna be doing that all summer, but it's not gonna be on the weekend. So I'm definitely gonna pop out.
Yeah.
I love Miami. It's crazy, but for the last. From when I was 21 all the way to 26, I went to Miami every year for my birthday.
Really?
It's crazy. It's the same shit, but it's just like I like it. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I like the strip. I like seeing people rollerblade. I love the beach. I
It's
love
so
it all.
fun. It's so fun there.
So I'd probably definitely pop out.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Let's
So
see you there.
You travel a lot, as you're saying. Where's your favorite place you travel to, and why?
I mean, I went to Jamaica the first time. That was just like pleasure, and that was so.
That's
I
dope.
love Jamaica, but in terms of like business and networking, and when I go to do stuff, I love New York. You know, New York has showed me a type of love that I really hold forever. Because like every time I go to New York, I'm like, hey, I'm from Boston, and they're just like this Boston girl. But they show me like a lot of love, so I love New York. New York is a state full of opportunities.
Absolutely.
It's dope and it's close. It's just 4 hours away. So if you're a musician, a podcaster, or any type of creative, like definitely tap into New York a lot. Like go there, see if they have anything going on, and connect, because I feel like a lot of my big opportunities have been coming from New York. Yeah.
That's fire.
Good shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
I love how prominent you are on like making sure like network.
Yes.
Yeah.
Network.
Network. I don't even know.
Fucking
I think
crucial.
that when I listen to this podcast, there's going to be a lot of network,
Yeah.
because it's so important. And I realized this, like this grind jam session, it was crazy. Like people were networking, people were connecting, people are talking about working on albums. And we had a producer panel with Hum Beats, John Glass and Steve Lobel. And Hum Beats was talking about like, hey, I did 3 songs for Dave East, and I never, really got to connect with him, meet him in person or anything. And Steve was like, nah, like you're cool. you know, Dave is cool. Like, I'm going to put you guys on a FaceTime. Literally FaceTime them at the event. And he was like, tell Steve to give me your number and send me some more music. I want to keep working with you. And it's like, for like the way I was looking into it, I'm like, Hum Beats knew that there was a good opportunity coming, being on the panel. And he sees the vision with the Grind Jam session. And he literally was networking with Steve. And then Steve remade that connection. And now he's going to keep working with artists that he loves. Yeah. And so that's like a little bit of like that day. Because it was a 2-day event. We usually do 1 day, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, just like that small interaction, like made such a big move type shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Change the trajectory of somebody's life.
Exactly. And they exchange numbers. They're communicating. And so that's like what I love to see, you know, and that's just something that I'm going to keep pushing for the next couple of years, because like I see the Grind Jam session like rolling loud, but in terms of like networking and music business and learning about the business, because you could be creative as fuck, and if you don't know the business, you're always going to talk about how you're being fucked.
Yeah. True.
You know, learn about the business and then you won't feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
100%. Get a lawyer, you won't feel that way. Mm-hmm. Sometimes a lot of people they want to spend in a fucking belt or some sneakers instead of getting a lawyer, and then they complain. Mm-hmm. Then they want to give you that sob story. Yeah. There's some situations that are fucked, but like,
it's most of the time most people aren't educated enough.
Yeah,
like, if
and that's fine.
Afford a lawyer, like, get educated. Like,
but you know what? There's pro bono lawyers. Like there's a lot of pro bono lawyers at Harvard University. I could definitely tap people into there, and there's like a lot. But it's sometimes it's like, you know, you don't have the funds for it. But I know there's a lot of people that are willing to consult. I always, honestly, I look towards like colleges. When I don't know something, I be like, who's the professor there? Like, I'm about to ask them.
That's smart.
Because, you know, they might not charge me that much. And they might give me some other resources. So it's like pushing. It's like going the extra mile. And so like, I'm a fan of that. I go the extra mile for anything.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait till you guys. I want to invite you guys to the studio, the film studio, 100%. And
love that.
Next year to the Grind, you have to come.
I know. We wanted to.
I wish I would have contacted you earlier.
It's okay.
You know what? I told one of the guys that work here though, because one of the the makeup artists, and she does like photography and all this amazing work. Her name is Kayla. She used to babysit this guy named Scully.
Yeah, Kayla Jones.
Yeah, Kayla Jones.
Yeah, we have an interview with her coming soon. She told me, she's like, I've known Sully since we were kids. So okay.
That's going to be a good one. Her energy is also very good.
That's fire.
I only work with people that have good energy.
Oh, yeah.
You have to. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't even care if someone's like, yo, like, they've worked with fucking Drake. Mm-hmm. If they don't have good energy, I can't do it. Yeah, that's like that's the resume. Give me your energy.
Right?
No,
for like, real, literally. I don't give a fuck what you got going on, but you got the energy though. You got that
that's what matters.
Vibe. That's what, like what you were talking about earlier, like protecting your energy basically. Like so you have to, because like I don't give a fuck how big that bag is unless you're like
it's not worth it. It's not worth your peace of mind.
It's not worth it. Like
it's not. I
don't
hate
know
when people do things to like get clout, but you know, I understand because like maybe they have certain goals, but like I can't keep stressing it. It's like you don't have to be negative or try to get clout or any way like to be popping. You don't. You don't. Really don't. That's like social media, like putting into people's, you know, because there's like a lot of like, you know, memes and jokes and platforms and like they want a reaction. It's like that's just for short term. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And like in little bits. Little bits that you're posting on social media. But like,
if you serious about this shit, you want longevity.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You want this to last. So you're not gonna do stupid shit like that.
And it's clear when people do things like that. It's like, all right, well, how serious are you about this?
Right? Exactly. You can see right through it. Like you can always see right through it. But I did want to ask you more about, it's called the Grind Jam session.
Yes.
Like, can you tell me more about what exactly like goes on there and like
What's the goal?
Yeah, goal is crucial.
Yes. Well, the goal is for you to learn about the music business and for you to connect with like-minded individuals and just grow, like literally grow and learn. And so this year's Grind Jam session, well, all of them, they always start off with a couple of panels, different discussions. I've brought in A&Rs, music executives, producers, artists, at a high caliber, because like I really want people to learn from people that are really like doing it. I'm a firm believer that if you haven't been in the room and you haven't gotten to that success, I'm not gonna listen. Like I listen to someone if they're telling me like, hey, watch out what you're doing, like, you know, go with good intentions, this or that. Like that's life, that's human, right? But like if someone never signed this deal or never been in that deal, like don't listen to them, you know what I mean? So like for me, the Grind Jam session is about like bringing people that have like are reached that level or are doing that and learning from them, because that's the blueprint. The blueprint is to learn from these people that have been there, that have succeeding, that are still succeeding. So the Grind Jam session is really about like learning from the panels, from the workshops, having content opportunities. So we had like our podcast going. We had a diary room confessional.
Oh, that's so cute.
We had
literally,
like,
that's
it was
dope.
I cannot wait to show you pictures, but
Literally.
we had like a Hennessy station, a Topo Chico station for people to take pictures and relate and connect. Like when I thought of it, I'm like, I like Rolling Loud. Loud has that. Culture Con, Essence Festival, like all these really dope platforms and festivals have these things. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it like a little festival vibe. So the purpose is really like going there and learning about the business and applying that to what you want to do. And so like your hobby. So like, you know, when I first started, it was a hobby for me because I wasn't getting paid, and I learned about the business, and now it's my career. I'm getting paid. And so like, you know, I always tell artists like, hey, you know, you can be super creative, but if you don't know how to turn that into dollars, it's always going to be a hobby. It's always going to be just a passion. And so the Grind Jam session is really meant for you to like meet these people, connect with these people. I always have like an intimate setting. I could get a venue that holds like 2,000 people, but I picked it at our studio. I usually pick it at a smaller space because I want to be able to bring these guests and for you to at least have one conversation with them or an interaction. And so it's a really intimate space. And that's really what the Grind Jam session is about: connecting, learning, and growing, and learning from the best. I want to learn from the best.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
When I listen to some shit, I'm like, I want to listen to Jay-Z's story.
Right.
You know, I want to connect with this person, that person. And so that's really what the Grind Jam session is.
That's fire.
I love that.
And everybody should go. Like if you went there, if you weren't
literally.
here this year, it's okay. I'm gonna give you a pass, but you got to keep on going because it's dope. And next year we're gonna bring somebody crazy. I can't say yet because I don't have all the confirmation details, but
it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts, and I love it. I love
Can't
it.
wait.
And we give out swag bags, free drinks, free food.
Swag bags.
Like
That's important, low key. I've been seeing this discourse recently about people talking about people having events and like, or like there be events we go to and there's no like food or drink.
I think that's
And
crazy.
It low key, like now I'm realizing recently that shit is fucking insane.
That's insane. You want me to be in an event for 2-3 hours,
Yep.
4 hours sometimes,
4
and there's no
Already
food
have
or
to pay
drink.
to get in.
You gotta pay to
First
get
off.
in.
So it's crazy, but like
Silence.
I know.
Silence for a second.
We, you know, our ticket pricing are made for people that really want to invest, but also see the value. Like for example, Rolling Loud, right? You know, I don't know. I never had to pay for Rolling Loud, but like Rolling Loud might be like what, 150 or 200 or something around there.
Like 350.
It's more like
to like
it's
450.
more like no, it's more like 500 total. Like
Oh,
the actual
facts.
tickets
for a GA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
4 or
fucking
5.
So 500, right?
With
They don't have free food and drinks, but
Yeah.
the level of quality and performance and things like engaging, like it's great, right? So for us, it's like, okay, the tickets were 150, but free food, free drinks, like two to six panels, workshops, content, like DJ vibes, you know, like
that's a lot.
that's a
good shit.
lot, but also it's just like I want you to be there for 6 hours. So I need to make sure I have food and drink.
True.
So it's important. Like if there's an event that's not food and drink, I don't know if I'm going.
Right.
Even if I already ate or drink.
Yeah.
Like it's just
I need to start
especially
thinking
if I'm like paying.
Yeah.
yeah, if you're paying, like, I mean, even if it's a $25 ticket, like refreshments, you know what I mean? It's just we've come to a point where that needs to be there. This is not like a house party. We just even at the house parties, you know, you go upstairs in the kitchen. There's something.
Yeah, looking like a pizza, bro.
Like a pizza.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
can you feed a girl?
One free slice, like a ticket and one free slice, or a ticket and one free drink. Like, and it don't even got to be crazy, but like, like this much of a little drink that'll do it for me. Feel me? Like that's
I love
consideration enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No bullshit.
Every time my parents had a party at the house or anywhere, like there's always been some type of food. And so I feel like when I do my events, like I like to do that, like at least have something.
Yeah.
You know?
Like common courtesy type shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at us demanding. Listen, if y'all have an event,
real.
make sure you have some food and drinks.
For real. Like I'll cook, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I
Right?
don't even mind.
For real. Like I'll bring the buffalo chick
Like,
dip. Like
for real.
motherfucker,
I
I'll whip some
love
shit up.
buffalo
Like,
dip.
It's literally like though if you really think about it, like going to like a family event, you bring a food.
Yeah, you bring a plate, like
There's no reason.
yeah.
There's no reason to not at this point. At this
Literally.
day and age, let's be giving and thankful.
Giving,
please.
Yes.
real.
Yes. Let's break bread.
Is it giving food? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read every flyer now. If I don't see any light refreshments, I'm gonna just be like
Light refreshment.
if I don't see that shit,
Some light at least.
I'm gonna just not RSVP.
Yeah. That's going in the archive, bro.
So on that note, what are some pet peeves that you have, whether it be like at events you go to or like dealing with people, etc.?
I think a pet peeve of mine is like entitlement and like just not coming correct. Like I have a lot of services that I provide, artist development, content and all that stuff, and just like, you know, interviews and all that. And I hate when someone hits me up and it's like, yo, I gotta be on the platform. Yo, I saw you with freaking Fabio. Connect me right now. Like I think it's like that type of like communication that I don't like. That's a pet peeve. And literally when I see it, I choose either to like leave it on red or be like, my name is Katiria. Who are you? Like, and you know, I think every platform should evaluate people based on like how they hit you up. Like,
Yes.
you know, like, do you even know who I am? Have you even seen an interview? Do you follow the platform? Like, those things mean a lot to us because unfortunately we need people to follow our platform and give us views in order for people to believe in shit, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, that's a pet peeve. Like I take that, like, if you come at me wrong, you might lose a huge opportunity. And I used to just like want to get everybody like, okay, maybe they don't know. Being around all these legends, and I see how they work, like, no, when people don't come correct with them, they're like, next, it's not worth my time. So I'm the same way. So that's like definitely a pet peeve. Like, just feel like you're entitled to like just be on the platform and tell me what to do on my platform. Like, no, fuck that. So I think that's like a
No,
like
that's a good shit. We were literally talking about that like 2 podcasts ago, like entitlement, more so to like artists, like pieces of work, but like in general,
Just
entitlement,
in general,
like
it's a big problem.
big
in this
problem.
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, for me, I always tell people, you know, not everyone has people skills. So like if I see that somebody hits me up that way, but I heard like good things, like I'll probably check them on it and be like, hey, listen, my name is Katiria. Like, you know, if you want something, like, you know, let's be professional about it. You know, like, what do you need? And sometimes I like get on a phone call because like not everyone could like, you know, write something. Not that they can't write something, but they might not know how to approach it. But I'm letting you artists know right now, creatives. If you want to get in contact with anybody in media, if you want articles, if you want press runs, whatever it is, like, learn how to communicate. I think this is why like basketball players and athletes, their major is communication. Have you noticed that? Like their major is communication because they're going to have to know how to pitch themselves, speak in front of the camera, have that media training, learn how to reach out to people when their PR people can't reach out to that person. So it's like, just learn about communications and communicate it. It's gonna get you really far. That's like a pet peeve. Like, come on, don't start off with yo.
No, right? Yo.
Yo. You know,
good?
I'm the one that gotta be on the platform. Like, I respect the confidence, but like, just start it a different way.
What do you think the biggest thing like people are missing when they are like not coming at you the right way? Like, is it like respect? Is it like
so like what are they missing?
Yeah, what's the key thing that what are they lacking the most? In your experience?
Well, I think they're lacking like communication skills, like people skills. Like I think that like if it like when somebody hits me up like that, I don't immediately be like they're disrespecting me, but I think that they need to have an idea of why they're hitting me up and be respectful with their intentions. And so I think that's with anyone, not just media, but like if an artist wants to collaborate with another artist, you know, you think of it like you guys are both at the same level in a sense that you guys are creating music. So like approach the situation with like the utmost respect for the person's times, vice versa. So for me, it's just like, you know, it's all about just the way you say it and your intention. And obviously you can't like like see someone's feelings over a text or a DM, but it's just like, you know, just don't hit up people saying yo. Like if you asking for a favor, like when I ask for a favor, I'm like, hey, how are you? Like my name is so and so. I run this platform. Yeah. I see that you're doing a lot of great things. Is there somehow that way that you and I can collaborate or, you know, connect?
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's so simple.
Yeah, literally.
It is.
But just say, I'm the hottest motherfucking rapper out here.
Right.
I got to be on the show. It's like, okay, like, I get it. You know, like, I feel like in Boston, like, we want to show, like, you know, we are the one. Yeah. But it's like, I know a lot of people that don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
They still come across and they get what they want. So it's like, just be chill. Just say who you are. Like, be yourself. I think that sometimes people don't know how to be themselves completely, and they might feel like they have to do a lot, and they really don't. Like, everything is simple in life, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Big facts.
That's very true.
Like, when you're on the camera, show that big energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, you could, you know, say you're the hottest rapper, but talk to me, communicate with me, see how we're gonna do this. And when I interview you, talk your shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Be like, I'm the hottest motherfucking rapper in here. What's up? Like, I'm on ExposedTV or I'm on Do or Don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that a lot of people just feel like they have to do more.
Yes.
You know?
Be extra. Because, I mean, shit like that gets people's attention, like, in certain ways, so people will automatically feel like that's how you should come off to everybody, but that's not, like, the case. Like, that's more of, like, a social media thing that has happened recently, from my point of view. But I did want to ask you, do you have any inspirations, like, whether it be people or, like, other, like, media companies or something like that that you've seen before, and just in general in life?
Honestly, I love Angie Martinez. And I love her because I feel
so
like
crazy because I was gonna say you remind me of her.
You know, but this is nuts.
Have you gotten that before?
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah,
It's just the voice.
Honestly,
It's the voice. Like, you just sound like her, or just like you're meant to be like doing what you do. So
for real.
Thank you.
Take that as a compliment. Like,
all right, that's another thing. 38, the sweater, and Angie Martinez. Like, all New York, points in New York. Angie Martinez, I love her so much because she truly connects with people. When I interview people, I'm having a conversation. I'm genuinely interested, and I want to just like build. And and I think you could tell that by like me speaking to you girls. Like you girls are asking like really great question, and I'm like vibing, and I want to connect. Like I want to build, and so like Angie has those type of interviews that I love, and it's crazy, but people call me Angie from Boston.
That's crazy.
And I never meant for it to be like that. Like I've just always been like an outgoing person, but I've always loved Angie Martinez, and so that's like someone that definitely inspires me. And it's crazy, but I was so close meeting Angie because I went to the Breakfast Club. I used to be the producer for the Breakfast Club.
No way.
In Boston. Yeah. And
That's fucking crazy.
One day I was talking to the producer out there, and he's like, shout out to Eddie. He's like, yeah, come through. And I was like, and me and my partner are like, we're about to go to the fucking Breakfast Club. And I literally sat in Charlemagne's seat. Angela, I sat in everybody's seat. I sat in Angie's seat. That's crazy. Because they were giving me a tour of the station, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like Angie could walk here any minute. Like I thought of that afterwards, and if she did, what would I say? And it's like, for someone that put so much work, Angie, when she first started, we didn't know what interview was. Like, they were just like, you got to interview Tupac. Like, I just go ask him questions. And she, like, really built and paved the way for for us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
For us media women.
Literally.
So, Angie, if you're watching this, I'm gonna meet you soon. I'm going to meet you soon.
For real, yeah.
But, yeah, I definitely love Angie. Who else? I don't know. Let's just stick to Angie. I love Angie. I can't even think right now. I'm like,
because Angie.
No, literally.
I love that though. That's so funny. Because as I was like listening to your voice, like got you right in here.
Right in there.
I'm just
right
like, okay, like you just remind me of her. That's fire though. Because she's dope.
She's dope.
She
I
is
love
dope.
it. I love it. I loved everything, honestly, about radio and podcasts. Like, I feel like it's the same. It's just podcast is like more of a conversation.
Exactly.
But I loved everything about it. Like, when I go through journeys, like, even if they don't work out or they do work out, like, I always think of like the moment and how I felt and, what I did to get there. Like, I pushed myself. I worked hard. And so there's just been so many, parts of my life growing with ExpozedTV that I'm so grateful for. Because even the bad, that also, like I said in the beginning, makes who you are and your character. You're always going to go through that. It's never going to be a smooth road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's always gonna be some fuck shit.
On that note, I know one of your slogans is like your favorite Latina.
Yeah.
I'm.
That's what the fuck I should have started. What's poppin'? It's your favorite Latina Katiria.
Yeah. Okay. We can like plug that in, and I can. I swear to God, we will. But yeah. So your favorite Latina podcaster, host. Or what is like the slogan itself? Just
your favorite Latina Katiria. I thought of it. When I was at Jammin', we had a big meeting before I was on air. And DJ Pup Dog was like, I was like, what are you going to name me? I'm thinking like, they're going to brand me. They're going to do all this shit.
I'm crying.
And they're like, your name, Katiria. And I was like, but that sounds like a cartoon. They were like, it sounds like a cartoon or something. Like, I was like, yeah, but like, really? Like, I'm not going to be something else. They're like, Katiria. And then I started doing my voice notes and my tracks and stuff, and I'm like, yo, it's your favorite Latina Katiria. And they just was like, oh, we love that. We love that.
Flows.
And it flows. And when I say my favorite Latina Katiria, I think it's bigger for me. Like, I think it's more like, whoever you are, you should love yourself, and you're your favorite person. You know what I mean? I'm my favorite person. I've grown to love myself. I've grown to be a better person. And so like, and I love being a Latina woman. Like, growing up with my mom, she'd always show me like, we would always go to Puerto Rico. We do so much. I recently went to Cuba. I learned so much about the history, my roots. So, like, I love being Latin. And so, for me, it's just, like, I'm my favorite. You know what I mean? I work so hard on myself to become who I want to become and like myself. Because when you first start, and you might not like things about yourself. And I changed that. Like, I didn't like being confrontational. I changed that, and I like me more because now I'm, like, more level-headed. So, I'm just, like, my favorite person, and I happen to be Latina.
That's dope.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
What has your experience been, a Latina woman in the industry?
You know what? It's crazy. I had this interview with this girl named Sarah from New York. She was a singer, and we were talking about how like Latin women are like over sexualized in the industry. And so like I feel like when people look at Latina women, they're like, oh, she got the sexy curves, the big culo, like we gonna hit on her, like da da da. And it's like, no, like my energy is like a man sometimes. It's masculine. Like I have feminine. I learned how to use my feminine energy and my masculine. But I've noticed that being in the media industry, in the hip hop industry, I'm a little bit more like masculine and aggressive because I'm already gonna be sexualized because like of my body.
Yeah.
And just because we're women,
Yes.
like it doesn't even matter like what race you
What
are.
race
You're
yeah.
a woman.
No, literally.
And
It's gonna happen.
it's just gonna
unfortunately.
happen. So I feel like in the beginning, I've had interactions where they're like, oh, you want to be there, but like you want to go out, you want to go out to dinner, da da da. I'm like, what the fuck, no. And so, in the begin, it's crazy too, right? Because like in the beginning, I was always been in a relationship, but I never talked about it, never showed it, because I felt like I wasn't gonna get opportunities. Because as a woman,
Yes.
people love imagining you single and just being by yourself,
You're
right?
so real for that.
Yeah,
It's
no
so
bullshit.
true.
Yeah,
It's
like,
so
that
They
is
true.
love it. They're
fucking
like,
true.
what? Maddie Lex is single?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to come to the party with Drake? Like,
yo,
that's
that's
literally
so
what the
crazy.
fuck it is.
Yeah,
And,
just straight like that. Straight like that. For real.
And for me, like, that's how I was in the beginning. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be sexual with these people to get something, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna make myself like available and stuff, so I'm like more likable. It's kind of fucked up.
It is kind of
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's
but
fucked
yeah.
up, but yeah, that's
But
what
yeah.
it is. But then I started like seeing the serious relationship, how much my boyfriend and now my husband at the time was putting into me, that I was like, you know what? This is becoming a part of my life. Like he's helping who I am. He's helping my brand. Like, you know, everything visually that comes out comes from Matt Thomas. Shout out to Matt Thomas Productions. And like I'm totally in love. I want to show this. So
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna tell people I got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And when I did that, I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of unfollows. I felt like I wasn't getting invited as much, where I'm like, low key, I'm popping, so fuck you. And I was just like, okay, you know what? Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna start now a more stronger foundation with my partner. You know, we're not the type where we're like, oh, we're husband and wife. Welcome to Exposed. But we're just like, all right, this is my business partner, this. But we're going to build. I am going to, you know, if someone asks, I'm not going to say I'm single. I'm going to say I'm taken. And I'm just going to go with the flow. And my talent is going to prove to you that I'm worth being here in this room. I'm worth doing this interview. So, like, yeah, I've gotten out of that phase, but being a woman in the media, like, I was definitely like, yeah, I'm single.
Yeah.
Can I come? And then it would suck because I'm like, I want to bring my friend. And then me and my friend are being all kissy in the room. They're like, damn, this bitch ain't single. But yeah, it just sucks because, like, you know, who was it? Megan Fox. She said she stopped doing movies because they were over sexualizing her. Like, it's always something. You know what I mean? And when somebody, like, I like Megan the style where she's like, she's sexual in her music, but she owns that. Like, she is the boss when she is talking. And when she doesn't want someone to be sexual with her, she puts her foot down. And that goes through a lot of like artists. And that's just an example. But yeah, it's tough. And sometimes, like, you know, you get given these opportunities, you're so used to them, and then when you claim that you have someone, or you know, just change up your ways, people are like, oh, well, you have to be like over sexy, like, you know what I mean? You have to do this or that. Now, like, I used to dress crazy tight clothes. Now I be like, I'm gonna wear the fuck I want to wear.
Period.
My little wind shirt. It's nice and loose.
A little baggy hoodie.
Yeah, a little baggy hoodie. You know,
same
bringing the
today.
tomboy sexiness
For
back.
real.
That was the
For
energy
real.
today.
Yeah.
That was
It needed
like,
to
remember
happen.
when people used to wear like these tight pants and then the thong and then like a loose shirt,
Yeah.
and that was so sexy. It's
Yeah.
coming back. It's coming
It
back.
is.
I'm with it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. So yeah, it's crazy. But I feel like when you first do anything, right? But when you first come into the industry, it's always like that. And then you start learning, you start putting your foot down, you start seeing what you're gonna take, what you're not gonna take, and you know, you make what what's comfortable for you. And so what was comfortable for me is like just to show more of my masculine energy and show them like I am a boss. I could be here. And then, like I'm not single.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm ready
and
to
me
work.
in a relationship got nothing to do with my work
and
ethic.
that's another thing. Like that has nothing to do. But like
relation.
they like men in the industry do that. Like, and I'm not gonna talk too much about it because it's like I appreciate a lot of men in the industry. I've had a lot of great mentors, but like there are men in the industry that's like, if you're not single, I'm not gonna give you an opportunity. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy. And if that ever happens to any woman, fuck that. There's gonna be other opportunities. You make the opportunity. You know what I mean? You always bring the table with the food.
Period. No bullshit.
Lex is thinking about it.
No,
She's like, hold on.
Nobody really ever talks
I'm gonna answer
about,
all these motherfucking
for
DMs.
real, nobody ever fucking like talks about that shit.
I love that you brought up that,
interesting.
Maddie, because it happens a lot and nobody ever talks about it because I feel like someone like they're scared. Like if they might say something that's too abrupt, they might be like, I don't know if I'm working with that person. But it's like, no, like I'm me. I'm a woman. I'm feminine. I'm masculine. I love to do this, and like I'm here to work.
Yeah.
And so treat me like you were to treat everyone. And that's what I like in the radio business. It was like it's really just all men. So it's like a jungle in there. And I think that was a time where I really had to learn how to like, know what I wanted to say, do, and if an opportunity didn't happen, oh well. Yeah. It'll come again. Yeah.
Like your feminine and masculine energy, trying to find that as well. It can be difficult when there's so much men around you. Yeah. It's like, wait, like which am I supposed to tap into?
Yeah, literally.
Because we still have like the benefit of tapping into both, which is like dope. But like sometimes like you can be too overbearing with your masculinity sometimes, and then sometimes you can be too soft and get walked all over. So
exactly.
Like finding that balance.
Exactly.
Because that happens. Like if you're too strong, there's like, I don't know if we could work with this person. It might be difficult.
Yeah,
you might put yourself in.
Because you were already like a target for like looking at like, I got to keep out for this girl. She might be too much. She might be too sassy. She might be too rude. She might be too demanding. All this shit. Yes. Like how Nicki Minaj said. She was like, there was a TikTok and she was like, if I said no, something about pickle juice, bro. You remember that?
Exactly. Yeah. I gotta look that up.
Bro, it was mad funny. And she was like, when a guy is demanding, he's a boss. But when a girl's demanding, she's a bitch. Yeah. Like,
and it's annoying. It's like
it is annoying.
Mm-hmm. I hate I honestly don't see it either. Like I'm like, how am I a bitch? I was just firm with you. But if it was another dude, then you're like, okay, they're being a man. Like like, well, I'm being a woman. Like I'm being like direct with you. Yeah. Like direct is not good anymore. Right. No. You want me to beat around the bush? Like I hear that all the time.
But they don't want that either. But it's like if you do say something, they'll be like, damn, like why are you saying, or like no need to get mad or something like that. And I'm like,
almost like you should not be talking.
Chill. Like now I'm turned up. Now I'm turned all the way up.
Chill. Like I hate that. Or relax.
Yeah,
relax yourself.
Relax is crazy.
Are you serious?
What are you talking about? Because now I'm on 10.
Now I'm tight. I'm tight now because
we're not relaxing. You about to relax.
I'm about to relax you.
Right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Like the one time that I'm about to say something and you're like, how could you stand up for yourself? Or maybe say something like slightly with like a little bit of an attitude versus none most of the time.
Well, you know what sucks is that like I feel like women almost like always come across like sweet, nice. And so when we show you that side, that assertive side, then they're like, whoa, she's crazy. Like,
because they just don't want
I hate
that.
when they say she's crazy. I'm like, crazy.
Crazy is crazy.
You have not seen crazy. Like,
and so that is annoying.
Yeah. But definitely we love to ask those questions because like this is a female-run podcast. So like,
and we have to stick together. Yeah. We have to connect. We have to make other people aware of this. Like there might be a lot of women that feel this way, but because, again, opportunities, they might not want to say it, but they're going to relate when they see this.
Of course.
That's the power of like having a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Get it out to all audiences, like, yo, because there's been so many times I ask that question, what's your experience like as a woman in the industry? And people say the same shit half the time. And it's just like, I'm gonna get it over and over again until y'all realize like this shit need to stop happening, bro. Like, you can't keep treating women in the industry like this.
Like how is it like the most
what's crazy
thing?
Yeah,
women run the industry.
for real.
That's the crazy part.
Women-
Like, there's so many women
really
executives, producers, host, everything.
And they're the backbone.
They're the backbone.
Like,
Women are the backbone, period. Like,
Period, like-
you know how they say like a woman makes a man or something like
Yes.
that? Like, that's real facts.
Yeah, like definitely it's still a partnership regardless, but
Yeah.
behind every great man is a great woman. That's
Yes.
another saying.
Yeah.
And
Like, I
there are
believe in
great
that.
men too that
100%,
believe in you and
100%.
they're kind of confused why it happens too. But
And you gave your man your flowers, like we see it.
Yeah,
So, like,
for real.
it is what it is. He helps you, you help him. Like
That's how it's supposed to be. That's
Exactly.
like the goal.
the goal.
Literally the goal.
And he sees the vision. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, when people see the vision, that's a wrap. Like,
yeah, literally,
boom.
literally. You got that drive in y'all, then you're good.
Yeah, for real.
You're good. Literally.
Do you have any advice you would give people in this industry?
Like, just anybody?
Advice for creatives trying to
Creatives.
start, trying to get shit going. That just advice.
There's
like,
a lot of stuff, but one thing I would say, be confident. Be confident in everything you do. Confidence is going to get you where you want to go. Yes, hard work as well. Yes, networking. Yes, being yourself. But being confident, that's like you already telling people, like, this is going to happen. And so you could be hardworking, right? A hard worker. You could be super creative. But if you walk in a room and I can't feel the confidence, the hunger that you want this, you're going to be overlooked. And I've seen it happen to a lot of people. And so I would say confidence is the number one. You could be here and be like, right? Like, let me put an example. Hi guys, I'm Katiria. I don't really know what I'm doing, but like, I'm just happy. Like, you're going to be like, okay, well, what do you like, huh? Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm Katiria. I'm from ExpozedTV. We got this going on. And let me tell you that our mission is solid. Like, we want to help creatives. Now you're more convinced of like, okay, she's, so it's just really the way you say it, the way you act, the way you put yourself out there, and just believe in yourself. Like, when people say you gotta be delusional, you kind of have to be delusional and confident. I never thought it would mix, and it mixes. Mm-hmm. Like, you just have to highly believe in yourself and just be confident that you are meant to be in that position. You're meant to be in that room. You're meant to be doing this collaboration. This brand is meant to be partnering up with you. So I would say always have the utmost confidence, because a lot of people, when you see them on TV, when you hear them on the radio, I hear confidence, and that attracts me more to them. And so I think that it's literally one of the biggest things just for all creatives is being confident.
I love that. That's facts.
Definitely the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Shit. Because nobody wants to work with you if you don't know what you're doing.
No, because they're like, I'm not going to win.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to win. Mm-hmm. And so when you're confident, like, yo, we're going to win. We're going to make this #1 record. Shit, that fuels me up.
Yeah.
When we're confident that we're about to have a dope-ass interview, damn, that brings that energy in here.
Yeah.
So being confident is #1.
Number one.
It's key.
Number one.
Number one.
I know we usually talk to artists, and like that'd be a big thing too. Like, I'm not trying to see you perform if you're not confident in your performance. Like, and like same with you when you're talking about like hearing people on like broadcasting stuff. Like, you want to know that they're confident about what they're doing. That's like
confident what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to
No wishy-washy.
Yeah, you want people to believe in you. Like, this is what it is. And like, I noticed also, like, a lot of artists ask me, like, how can I build up my fan base? And it's so simple. It's like, be confident in what you're producing. Like, you're convincing your audience that you have the #1 hit record, or like you are like the artist of the year or whatever. Like, that's how you build fans. Like, I'm a fan, like, for example, like I said, I love Angie Martinez. I'm a fan of Angie Martinez because, like, she's so confident in when she's interviewing people, and she just knows that she is the voice of New York, the voice of radio. And so, like, that makes that I gravitate to that. So, like, when you're building up fans, you need them to like you. You need to psychologically have these people connect to you. And it's crazy, but, like, at the Grind Jam session, people were like, this is such a great brand because people are psychologically like, damn, I need to learn. I need business. So then they connect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love y'all's podcast because I connect psychologically with what you guys ask other people, which is positive stuff. And so that's the connection. And so I don't know what I was going to say next because, like, this little googly thing has me. Like, I keep staring at it. I'm like,
I know the lava lamp low key be
I
bussin'.
can't be looking at the lava
like, it
lamp.
keeps going up and
I
down.
know.
I'm like, damn, what the fuck? But everything I said is true, guys.
No, 100%. I feel the love, and thank you. Thank you.
I know, I appreciate that too, and it's kind of interesting to think about it that way because I guess it really is like that. Like, this is supposed to be a positive platform as well. Like, we do ask like positive questions, and like,
And if you have to ask hard questions, that's great too. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
hard questions are good, but it's not like too like reckless or like trying to pull like the bad things out of people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I feel like some people like that, like
Some people like
want
it
that,
because
but
it's
like
entertainment,
that's just not how
but
it
like
usually goes
it's not
here,
gonna.
and I like it better that way.
Yeah.
like personally, and I'm assuming you do the
I
same
love
with
it.
yours for
Yeah.
that
I love
same
it,
reason.
guys. There's gonna be so many opportunities that come. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like when people start being negative, I'm just like, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
it's not happening.
It's not happening. But when it's like positive, when you have true intentions, like
Yeah.
you get so far, so far. I've had people tell me like, damn, I'm like, you know, like, what was it? When I interviewed Ty Dolla $ign afterwards, he was like, damn, you asked me some great questions. I know I have a lot of shit going on in my life right now. And thank you for not asking anything crazy and just focus on my music and my projects because that's what's like pulling me through the negative stuff right now.
Literally, I love that.
And we connected and we
Yeah.
continue to work. Like,
That's dope
so
as
that's
fuck.
going to happen. You know, your interview, I'm pretty sure it's already happening. Your interview, all these people, they're connecting, they're following. I'm pretty sure if you do an event or whatever, they're going to pull up because they had a good interaction with you. And that's what people want. Because like I said,
Yeah.
there's too much negative stuff going around, you know?
Too much, way too much.
Yep.
For real.
And like, it's crazy, but even at the event, I treat people like they were in my house. I'm like, do you want food? Do you want this? Do you want me to take a picture of you? Like,
For real, for real.
And I'm not being a people pleaser, but it's just like I genuinely love to give good vibes.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And I can tell you're like a giving person, so it's just
Definitely.
only what's natural to you.
Because when you
Exactly.
give back, you get back.
You get back, exactly.
Exactly. And you don't, and if that's actually how you feel, you don't need to try too hard either. Like, you don't need to be like, I'm going to do this to this one. No.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Yeah,
either.
key is don't do that shit just to get something in return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the
No,
fuck?
oh my God. My dad used to say something in Spanish. Like, when you do something nice, you never call the person or say, well, I did this for you. I did that for
Yeah.
you. Because then you did it with the wrong intention. You did it to get something back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's why I told you in the beginning, like, one of the things that, like, pisses me off is, like, when, you know, you're really nice to someone or group or whoever and, like, they fuck you over because, like, that was good energy that I just spent and you wasted it. Because if you if you reciprocated, like, then we would both still be sharing, you know?
Yeah.
But then I love when situations happen like that because, like, I love learning lessons too. In the beginning I didn't, but now I love learning lessons.
Yeah,
And so you need to go through that shit.
Literally.
Like the grades go through it. You want to be great, you got to go through all the bullshit.
Yeah.
That's
for
the
real.
test.
Lessons
Literally.
are key, bro.
I love it.
You won't know like what the next step is until you've
Yeah.
learned the lesson of something you keep repeating.
You do an event, it doesn't happen. You look, it doesn't go the way you want to. You look back at it, you see everything that you learned from it. It's a lesson. It's gonna get better next time.
Yep.
So it's like one of those like, let's do it.
Yeah.
for
Literally, having that mindset is fucking key too. No bullshit, because you can't just like be like, "Oh, woe is me." Like, fuck, I
Yeah.
just keep failing. Not you.
No.
That's not how
No.
a great thinks. So
Yeah.
Consistent learning.
Consistent
Like,
learning.
That's what everybody needs.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
bullshit.
But I'm super excited. I recently had the baby. His name is Ocean.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah, I saw. I was like, oh my god, Ocean. Like that's
Ocean's
such a
so
pretty
cute.
name.
He is thank you. He's crazy and the cutest, and like he's crawling now, and he's like just such a even more positive vibes because he's always laughing and everything, and I love it. And so I'm excited to like show more of like my motherhood because I'm like transitioning into like not a different person, but like now extra.
Yeah.
So like we have just a little things going on, but we have our season coming back, our docu-series. So I'm really happy because like documentaries are like my favorite.
Yeah.
So I know y'all are looking for it. It stopped for a year because I had a baby and I had the studio, but it's coming back. I'm super excited and I can't wait for you guys to even come on my platform.
Oh yeah.
I know that would be
and
so
just
fun.
feel each other's vibes again.
Yeah, that would be dope.
100%. Oh my god,
I
it'd
love
be
that.
so cool on like yours,
Right?
Like on
Yes.
your end, like that'd be
Literally,
crazy.
I will be following you for like 2-3 days, and it's like a doc series, and I think it's such a like I really love it because you know one of my favorite episodes was Wild Card with Hefe Replay. Rest in peace, Hefe Replay. But I was like, I want to submit this to like all the film festivals, and I never did that. And I did that, and it got accepted to the Roxbury Film Festival. And and they were just like, the feedback that they gave us, they were like, we loved his personality, we loved the audio, we loved the effects, like Matt killed it. You asked great questions. Like, we love how you followed him for a couple of days, and like, they got to know him, and you know, he's not here anymore, but you know, people, I feel like he's done a lot of interviews, but like that's what I love about documenting because you get to go back on it. And so like it even goes back to like when I lost my mom, I was trying to find every video of her, anything, just to look back. So I think that that's also why I really started documenting and doing like that type of style interview, because looking, you know, back at it, you're like, damn, I have a piece of that person.
Yeah.
That's
to
beautiful.
remember.
I
Yeah.
literally said what I was gonna say. That's beautiful.
Damn. Oh, I love documentaries. That's fire.
We get into it. I love it. It's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, being a creator and even asking these questions and stuff, people think it's like just shooting the shit, but it's like a lot goes into it.
A lot.
Like,
goes
look at
into
this.
it.
Like, you got the wall, you got the sign, look at the mic. This is professional, you know, mics and
Literally a lot
roadcast.
goes
What is that?
into it.
Podcaster,
Yeah.
roadcaster. You know,
Yeah.
like it's a lot you
It
put
is.
into. And so like with the TV shows, the episodes, it's a lot that we put into, and we pride ourselves in
100% editing, all
editing,
that.
everything.
so
I mean, you
much.
gotta like put some makeup on, like some clothes on, like it's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you know, we're just excited because like through there, like we get to know people a little bit more, and that's how we actually started our creative agency, where we do artist development, and we really just like, you know, hone on like a creative and work on and see what they need, and whatever resources we have at the moment, like we share them. So it's like, it's crazy how it just turned into a show, into like multiple different things, and depends what you guys have for your vision for this podcast, but it might turn into different things. It might turn out like, look at who was it? Lemonade. He started off with like concerts, events, and then he's like this whole big videographer.
Yeah.
I'm hip.
Like that. I
Crazy.
love seeing shit like that.
I know. It's dope to see what things can evolve into.
Yeah.
And like what you can add to it. So I feel.
A brand is endless.
Absolutely.
On that note, do you have anything else before we head out? We have a good 1 and almost a half hour.
Let's go.
High key.
Yes, sir.
Fire.
I'm like trying to think like this is my last chance. Okay. I just want to let everybody know that I'm very excited for the future. I have a lot of things going on with Expose for creatives. That's our mission, to help, to expose. And so I have a lot of personal things that I'm doing too. And I can't wait to share with other people. And I just want everyone to know that we're here. where you can reach us.
Tag your socials, like
Yeah.
where they can find anything that you want them to find.
ExposedTV, EXPOZED with a Z, okay? TV.
Hold up that sticker.
Right here, okay?
ExposedTV.
This is my business card.
Really?
Like when
so
people,
fire.
yeah, when
That.
people are like, oh, where can I find you? Like, here, this is the @ to all the socials. Like, boom,
I love that.
boom, da-da, da-da.
Nothing better than a sticker.
Literally.
And a sticker, right?
Like,
So ExposedTV, and then follow the Grind Jam session. It's happening every year. Next year, we're going to have one in Boston and New York City because I've been getting a lot of requests from New York. And then ExposedTV Studios, where all film stuff happen, literally everything. We have a whole team when it comes down to photographers, makeup artists, set designers, videographers. Matt is the lead when it comes to creative visuals over there, and I handle the marketing. And we just have a team. We're always growing. We're always accepting people to come and connect and collab. And so check us out. And I'm here. I'm your favorite Latina, and let's go.
Yes,
Come
sir.
correct. Come correct.
Yes. And where can they find you specifically
Oh,
on
yes.
Instagram?
Oh, my God.
Don't forget about you. We're here for
Official.
you.
Official Katiria, Katiria. I'm hoping that everybody knows how to spell official.
Yeah.
No underscore, none of that shit. I was hoping just to get Katiria Cologne, but somebody else has it. Please, like you're
It's
never.
always like-
it's always like,
It's
come on,
always
you are
something.
never online.
Right.
You are not posting.
Let me get that.
Let me get that.
Please.
But official Katiria, Katiria. You can catch me at an event. You can catch me on the red carpet. You can catch me in New York, LA, but you will catch me in Boston, my hometown. And well, my hometown is Cambridge, but I lived in Boston too. But you can catch me in Mass, and let's connect. Let's build.
Yes, sir.
thank you so much.
Yeah, for real. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming. Katiria.
Yes.
Katiria.
I know
Your
sometimes
favorite
I have to
Latina.
correct people,
Yeah.
and I feel bad.
Nah, I have to
No,
say that shit like
never.
3-5 times to make sure I got it. Katiria.
Never feel bad.
Because you know when
about
somebody says your name
name.
wrong,
I
I
but
hate
like,
that shit, but like, it's just like ask. It's just
Yeah.
ask. If you ask, that you solve every problem there.
Yep.
Exactly.
You'll get an
If I
answer.
don't know, why would I try to pronounce your name?
Exactly. And even if it sounds like this, it might not be like this.
Exactly.
Everyone calls me always Katrina. Like, guys, there's not an N in there. But yeah.
Yeah.
I leave it at that. Oh, and everybody follow at Matt Thomas because he's amazing. It's MATTE Thomas.
Period.
Hopefully he'll be on a Purple World soon.
Right?
Oh my
I was
God,
thinking
yes.
about that the whole time. I was like,
He got
That would
some
be so
gems because let me
good.
tell
I
you,
bet.
there's straight up people disrespecting videographers and the work. Like, they have to do a
Visual
lot of stuff.
artists,
Like, when he's editing, I'm like, oh my God.
It's a lot that goes
And people
into
want
it, bro.
them to do it for $200 or something
Yeah,
crazy stuff. Like,
crazy.
no.
Yeah.
So editing is a lot of work. It is.
For real, for real. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you,
thank
Maddie
you.
Lex. I
We
appreciate
appreciate
you.
Of course.
This was
all
dope.
love.
I love
All
love.
love.
All love. Yes, sir.
I used to put love in a box. And
Yeah. Yeah. Little
Yeah.
Cupid's bow like you. Yep. But all
Awesome.
right. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning into Pink
guys.
World this week, episode 38. We will see you next week. Love ya.
Went to the BMAs for the first time, you know I got stuck. It's all good, baby, cause it is what it was. The streets know what's up, and the hood know what's up. Everywhere I go, you know I get love.